Responsibility is the second important word to morals. Morals, if you have morals, you have responsibility. With responsibility, you respect God's laws. So it's a chain that follows each other. That's the truth, period. You can say, no, 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 live in a lie, live in this world, live in hell if you want to, and stay there. Live with the slime that lives on this planet. Sorry, people. I live in Hawaii, and I never saw so many abused dogs in one town. I could count 100 dogs in 3 square blocks where I live. They don't do anything about it. The Humane Society doesn't do things about anything. I mean, people burn fires nonstop. People do whatever they want. Nobody cares. Nobody does anything. You call that spiritual? It's not. So when you say I live in a beautiful world, hell, Hawaii, and I could still say hell, they fit very much the same. We got disease here. We got chemtrails over us all the time. We got gas from the bog, the volcanoes. We got a lot of horrible. We got the skin-eating virus here. We got the rat lung disease. We got a lot of things. That sounds like hell to me. It's like Dante's Inferno, the different levels of hell. Well, we're living in it. We're not going to it. The only thing that man has never got the awareness of, that he has to get out of it, which is what Jesus taught. Whether you want to accept that, that's fine. Believe in any aliens, stupid wording or whatever, some guy that says he's spiritual or whatever. Now, people like Sai Baba, I kind of tried to follow him a little bit just to see where he's going, what he was. He was a magician as well as a preacher. He did stupid magic tricks to win his people over. And the tricks he would do is like pull a ring out of the air and give it to somebody in front of thousands of people. That's not a spiritual person. The person that I studied with, who was a Vajra master, that's what I call him. I call him Mr. D. He was the most powerful person I ever met on this planet. To this day, I don't think I'll ever meet a more powerful person than he was. He's dead. But in the interim, when I studied with him, he treated me like gold. He treated his students like spiders and worms. He had an army. He had a big army. They would do anything he said to them, period. Kill me, they would have. Anything he told them to do, they would do it. They were his little army, just like Lucifer. But then again, he brought me on a roof. He was on the 4th floor of an apartment building. Went on a roof. Says, what do you need? I said, well, I want to see a ship. And he goes, I'll call a ship over. And he pulled the ship right over the house. He says, well, they're not going to land today. We'll do it in the next month or 2. It'll land, all right? And I got off the roof, and I was blown away. But one thing else he did, if you're going to pull things out of the air, pull things out of the air that don't exist here. He goes, just so you know, and he pulls a black rose out of the air. Try to find a black rose anywhere. So when people claim things, if you need proof, they can prove it to you if they have to, if that's what you need. If you're saying you're a spiritual person, I do my things in my own way. I work with Shiva, and Shiva was the bringer of people's karma, and I could be that any given second. Meaning, come meet me, hang out with me, and you're going to go through the karma that you're supposed to be paying that you're not. And I did it. I did it for years. From the people I loved to my best friends, you name it. Their karma was instant. The second they met me, within a day, they had serious problems at every level. So, yeah, I couldn't deal with that. I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be the bad person. Even though it's helping them work out their karma, which they're not planning on doing, and they're being forced into it, not directly by me. I was just the open vehicle for Shiva to come through. I can go into that. Nobody else on this planet can. I challenge anybody. Please. Does it make me better? No. Does it make me spiritual? No. Am I aware? Yes. I'm aware of the truth. I'm aware of God, what God is, what it wants, what it demands. Whether we hear it or not doesn't mean God doesn't demand things from us. Oh, and we expect it to protect us? For what reason? Because the Bible says so. You don't know God. You don't know Jesus. Jesus said, give your life. He didn't say keep your life. He talked. Read his words. If you even read the Bible, if you're a Christian, he wasn't talking about living forever, not on planet Earth. When he said leave your families, he said that for reasons. Everything Jesus said was an important aspect of what he was teaching. But if you twist it into love and compassion and protection, forgiveness, all those words, you lose track. Sure, when he talked to the poor homeless people in the woods, in the mountains, and things like that, he made it as simple as he could. He wasn't teaching them, not the truth, not how to be a spiritual being like his apostles were. They all learned abilities from the astral plane. It's not high spiritual world, but it's much higher than this realm. Moses, who played in the astral world, I guess he became friends with Lucifer. I mean, they try to twist it around, and the guy's father was Marduk, who was the devil. That's all baloney. Stupid fantasy stories. Lucifer's Lucifer. Will always be Lucifer. The same as you are who you are, and you will always be that. You're not going to become Lady Godiva in a past life. You're not going to become King Pharaoh in another lifetime. No, you're who you are in all your lifetimes. But you can relate to anybody else that you want, but you're probably not going to relate to who you really were. And 99.9% of the time, you are the best you have ever been right this very second than in any other lifetime. So you want to sit with a rock and stay there and be nothing and do nothing? Fine. Your time's running out. The Earth people's time is running out. Aliens aren't going to save nobody unless they got a nice ranch where they can put some food to keep and store it. Aliens eat humans, whether you want to face that or not. We eat everything. What makes you think they don't? Especially, you might get tired of eating cows or snakes or whatever creatures or things. I mean, Sasquatch and things like that. All of it's food to something else. Everything's food for something else. I think there was a book called Foods of the Gods. Well, I don't think I read it, believe it or not. But basically, it's a good title. The deities love sex with humans. So did the aliens. I mean, the perversion started after Atlantis was destroyed. But nobody wants to face that fact. Worry about the pyramids. What aliens came and went and did what? What did they do? They taught the Mayans, the Egyptians, to slaughter and sacrifice people. Is that what you want in your reality? You should be prepared to fight the alien races, which our government is. Whether you want to hear that. Why they're top secret? Yeah, they don't want the world to know. Christians will fall apart every which way. Oh, there's aliens. Oh, they're going to eat us. What do we do? God, help us. Jesus, protect us. No, it's not going to go down like that. Jesus isn't going to come save your stupid little ass. What for? Because you're going to do it all over again. Whatever you didn't learn now, you're still going to have to learn it. You know, I'm trying to put some energy into this talk today. Because most people live in a humdrum situation. You go into a Christian church where there's thousands of people, the speaker's talking in very loud voices. Are you listening? Do you care? No, probably not. But even in opera, they play beautiful music, and then they go, dum, 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 dum. Dumb, because people are falling asleep. You go to listen to somebody and you're falling asleep. Are we listening or not? Do you want to listen to the truth, or you rather listen to the lies? The lies are everywhere. Just turn on your internet and pull up a site, pull up a speaker. I challenge somebody to tell me somebody that's speaking the truth. If they are, I'll bring them on my show and let's have a great conversation. Sergeant 18 has a different truth than I do. His truth is real at the physical level. When we lectured together, he lectured about aliens and dimensional beings. I lectured about God and spirit. So yeah, there was a different combination of energy. But nobody else can compare it to the two of us together. Nobody. They're not willing or able. They didn't have the experience. Being abducted and saying you're with aliens, and so what? What do you got here in this planet? What's going to help you in this life? Did they give you gold bricks to go to the store and buy yourself a mansion, make a bulletproof, bomb-proof house, supply it with all the food for the next 50 years so you don't have to worry? I mean, what did they give you? Anything? They didn't even give you a shoelace or a button from their shirt to prove that you were with them. They can't even give you a pencil or a pen. There was a movie, Belich, I can't even say his name now. Oh, well, it was about a guy. He had a pen that the aliens gave him, and they said, use this when you have to. And then he gives it to Don Ritter, I guess, was the guy that was being programmed, that he didn't understand that he was really working with an alien and everything. But, you know, how about a little gift? Come watch the movie V. I say that's so real. What's going to happen? People are going to be so ignorant. Take their hands and walk them into their bedroom, and then what? Wake up, people. Time is running out. Seriously. To get your spiritual wings, I know there's people that did workshops on that, open your wings. I went through the motion with somebody that I know just because I really liked them. Even he said, well, why are you doing it? Your wings are wide open right now. You know, ego is a hard thing to deal with when it becomes overpowering. And many people say, well, your ego is so big. No, I'm just sad to seeing people dying from lack of awareness. Being pulled into the garbage that's everywhere. Everywhere. Every country. Japanese are sick people. The Chinese people are ignorant people. I mean, you go around and they all have serious problems with their brain, with their thinking, and their attitude. The smaller countries are worse. They have no spiritual truth. They have a false idea of religion. What do you think is going to get us? Anywhere? Anytime soon? Even if we bring Trump back, what do we think? Things are going to get any better than what he's already doing to the planet? Pollution and chemtrails, and I mean, he actually admitted that weather changes are probably an effect of things now. He just said it last week. After he saw all these giant hurricanes and storms hit the planet, how could he not see it? I should tell him to go to the earthquake trunk. Look at that. Alaska, Australia, Japan, and Russia are having giant earthquakes every week now. Every week. It didn't happen in 100 years. Something's happening. The Antarctic's defrosting, but they're not saying what else is going on there. My time's running out. Thank you for listening again. My one friend's site is Sergeant 18. Stranger with the ER universe. Pull up his videos. It's interesting. We worked together for years. This is thanks to TJ Morris, the show who's the owner of this show and everything else. She's going through a lot of things right now. Give your 2 cents or whatever you can to her because she really needs it right now. Her daughter's sick, very sick. She lost her husband last year, so she's dealing with a lot. We all are in different ways, different levels. I'm dealing with a lot because I'm stuck here. Well, not for long. So we each have things we got to deal with at our level. But look for the truth. Find the truth. Work to get it. Don't accept the lies anymore. If you do, you're the fool. And you don't have to be. Pain, suffering, and dying isn't the worst thing that could happen. Staying in that for many more lifetimes could be. Letting go of your karma could be the greatest thing instead of making more. So with that, I send you compassion. Hope you're willing to look and search out your truth. Please do. Thank you for listening. Email this show to your friends. Please, get somebody else to listen. maybe they'll listen. Even if they listen for 5 minutes, it's one step in the right direction.